Yo, what's up, guys? This is Mr. Justice Determined, and man, it's been a while. Sporadically, you'll see me make videos, and lately I've just been really focusing on my own things and mainly trading, right? And so that's the whole point. And especially, I'm sure if you guys are watching this, you guys by now know that MyForexFunds. Um, I don't know the full story, but for those of you that know, it's definitely unfortunate, especially because even I'm being affected by that too, just because, well, that's who I was working with. Hopefully things go back to normal, and hopefully they can get back to normal. Uh, there's still no word from that, but anyways, hopefully things go well. It definitely puts a huge perspective on my end as to what my next steps are going to be. And so, or not going to be, but already been taking place this whole week, such as opening a real account and, trying to look at other funding companies that are a bit more trustworthy. I've been looking into Fund Next. I know there's obviously FTMO. I want to sign up with them as well. And if you guys know any other good ones that you guys have tried, then feel free to comment. It would be awesome to get your feedback as well. And so, anyways, like I said, hopefully things can come back to normal with my Forex funds. If not, then man, it's definitely gonna be messed up. And hopefully at least they're being transparent as to why that happened and whether or not it was shady, because at the end of the day we really don't know. We can only speculate whether or not it was shady. I mean, if it wasn't shady, then hopefully others can take proper measures to to ensure that that doesn't happen to them. But anyways, hopefully by then, I mean, we're talking about a year, 2 years. By then, I don't see myself using a funded company anymore. Until then, definitely we'll be looking into them. You never know what the future holds. All we can do is just go by what we do on a daily basis and what we have, the information we have at our disposal. But anyways, I wanted to go over this kind of like this whole week and what's been happening. Obviously, we started off with Monday as a holiday. It was Labor Day. So there wasn't a lot of trading to do. I was taking notes, and as you can see, here was actually a trade opportunity on Monday that if it wasn't for the holiday in the morning, I would have definitely taken this. And you can see that market hit this fair value gap here. This is a silver bullet, excuse me, and it went straight down into this area, but it did not take out this. That's really what I would have been looking for, target to getting out. But that's the thing, right? Like, we got to pay attention to what ICT talks about, where, the wicks are the ones that do the damage, but the bars closing is where the story is told. And so it came down here. You see the bars close below these bars over here. So that's really what it wanted to do. And then from there, it started heading up higher to take a New York session liquidity out, and then obviously we have London session here. And so anyways, I didn't do anything to it, so that was it. And then on Tuesday, it wasn't for it was not for E, it was actually for for NQ here, where I took a loss this week, and I haven't taken any other trades. I was so focused on wanting to take this trade here actually today for NQ, for NASDAQ. And if we look at the 2-minute bar here, you can see that this is where I was looking at, but I was actually adamant just because of where ES was at. And so, and not just that, but if you look at the 5-minute, usually 5 minutes are just a lot more stronger. Obviously, the higher the time frame, the stronger it is. And so I started looking at the 5-minute, and once this candle closed this way, there was no fair value gap, and so there was no need for me to try and get in here, especially because there was some orange news and a speaker that was coming out. And so I was adamant to place a trade. So My way of setup is a 2022 mentorship model. It's mechanical, but I still have my own discretion. As opposed to judging whether there's red news, orange news, etc., or even seeing the candles here. So for example, in the 2-minute, as a mechanical trader, if you would have seen this fair value gap here, like that would have been the entry. But if you pay attention to what ICT says, he talks about also making sure that the fair value gap is being set up around the 50% area of the range. And so this was way above that. That's a premium. I am not going to buy into that. Okay, so this is why it's very important. And the thing is that there was no fair value gap in here at all. And so the market quickly ran down, as you can see, and then it used in the 5-minute, this is the 50% here. This was very beautiful for me to see this. However, because I'm not used to taking these type of trades where it had ran down the lows here and then here, see, in retrospect or after looking at this, I can definitely see that once again, right, the wicks do the damage, but the bodies are what tell the story. And so once again, the body had closed below this level here, and that's really that should have, or actually for my notes, because I don't want to say it should have, because right, we're watching this and we're still getting experience as we go, right? And so for my notes, I'm going to add here that I saw this trade. It was a very beautiful trade here that I was so anxious to want to do something here. And I'm not saying anxious as in like I'm kind of worried about it. It's just the way I'm chatting with you guys. I really don't care of what happens, the outcome, or me getting anxious because I feel I'm going to miss it. No, none of that. I'm just saying that I was excited. I was pretty excited about this trade. I really, I was really looking forward to want to do something, and you can see here it is right below 50%. Very beautiful trade here that occurred. And next time, like I said, I'm going to add this to my notes and to my repertoire, where that way I can formulate this in my brain and be like, okay, I see this one time. If I see it again, I will go ahead and make my judgment call and be like, it's a worthy trade to go for. And so you can see the reason why I would take this was because we ran down the London lows, and I believe also, let me see in here if I were to zoom out. Yeah, we were already way below yesterday's PM session as well. So actually, yeah, PM session low, and we were way below. So we were definitely at a discount, and it was worth, like I said, I'm adding it to my notes that it would have been worth to buy this. So that's that. And then, like I said, there was a trade I took on, I believe it was Tuesday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, this is a trade here I took yesterday, and this one was a loser. And so you can see here, we ran the lows right after, actually, this was a, let me show you that. We had red news, by the way, on yesterday, Wednesday. We had ISM, so PMI numbers coming out. There was a few levels here that I was really eyeing. We had this London lows, and we also had New York lows and previous London lows as well. So in my head, I'm like, wow, this is really good opportunity. And so I was on the 2-minute chart, and you can see here, oops, I don't know why that moved. There you go. That should be like that. And so you see in the 2-minute, I got in around 50%. That's usually my entry. And then stop was below, around pretty much right here. Target was above, around this area. And so yeah, you can see the market came right back down, and it was a very nice move. Like right, the way it did this, super nice. A setup in my opinion, and it just didn't work out. So there you go, it didn't work out on this one, and this was actually the only trade I've taken so far this week, and that's pretty much it. So that was a loss. And let's see, but that's still an A setup. And the things that you got to focus on, you have to remember. So the outcome of one trade may be random to you, but keep in mind that the outcome of 100 trades, they have a purpose. Okay, so just remember that. All right, because the setup works over and over and over again. It's insane to just not want to take the trade, right? And especially the way it just looked. Like I said, it was just for me in my book, that's an A setup right here, and I just had to do something. Yeah, and then also, I believe there's also a setup. As a matter of fact, another thing I'll add to my notes is on So after holiday, so excuse me, on the holiday for Monday, which was 9/5, right? That was on okay, no, Monday was the 4th. So let's go back to Monday 4th. And that was here, excuse me, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So the day after the holiday, ICT mentioned in his live, which I do watch still, is that you'll want to do something in the PM session, okay? And so what happened during these areas is we ran the highs for London, and we stayed above. We never ran the lows for London. We stayed above, and then finally at the time where it was a PM session, you can see there was a nice setup right here, and this was a beautiful setup here that, like I said, well, I did not take it. Actually, I'm going to go to 5 minute. It looks way better on the 5 minute. Yeah, look at that. That is a beauty. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Oh yeah, easy trade this would have been. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I usually don't trade PM session. I really don't, unless I like I said, this is another thing that I'm adding to my notes. Or I did add it to my notes. Trading PM session, during a holiday, it's better to just not do anything in the AM session. Look how sloppy that was. It was very choppy. Even as it continued higher, there's really it didn't really give a chance to get in, besides right here. But at this point, once this red line, this is the 11 a.m. Eastern time, I don't do anything after that. This technically was in the area of a silver bullet because there's the fair value gap where the market came and it started going higher. However, it's just according to my trading times, which is from 9:30 to 11. That's my sweet spot of trading. And then, like I said, I'm gonna be adding this to my notes here, looking at PM session after, or the day after holiday. Instead of trading AM session, I'll just wait for the PM session and see if something like this develops. And so this looks really, really nice. And so you can see there's the high, higher high, lower high, lower, excuse me, there's a low, and then market structure, shift, boom, sell, and then target here. Or if you are want to get a little bit more points, you can always target that. But for me, optimal target for me is this right here. This is all I need for me and my strategy. This is what I've been doing. So get in and then get out right there, boom. That's what's been working for me. And man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, but anyways, like I said, I did not take that trade, and then obviously I was eyeing this trade like a hawk. And man, like I said, right, it's so hard for me to want to do something here, especially when the experience is still being developed, and could be having the confidence to be able to take this trade. For me, I would have loved the big time if we would have ran these lows here in NQ and had it right back up like how it did right here. I would have 100% gotten into this trade and gotten some nice points right there. But anyways, it's all good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time. Oh, and by the way, I actually am linking my Instagram account so you guys could follow me there. I sometimes post some motivational videos about trading and mainly just trading mindset. You guys can go ahead and follow me and follow the journey. But until then, have a good one, guys.